Okay, it is May 22nd, Wednesday night, May 22nd. I am your host, Jeff Perkins with the Perkins Group podcast, guys. Today's episode is about Nvidia stock. Give you my thoughts, opinions of what has been going on with Nvidia. Earnings were released today. They absolutely smashed their earnings, and they also released a 10-for-1 stock split to make affordability of their shares a little bit more affordable for employees and other retail investors as well. They crossed the $1,000 mark, and what's absolutely insane, guys, if you look at just the stock price of what Nvidia has done the last 5 years, 5 years ago, they were trading anywhere from $35 to $40 a share, going over that $1,000 as of today. That's a 2,500% return, guys. And what does that mean? Why have they blown up so much? And what are my thoughts about where things are heading? On my podcast, I talk a lot about, and what I will talk a lot about is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Web 3.0, the decentralization of the internet. And really what this is, guys, this is one of the first effects of the Web 3.0 movement and really the new industrial revolution that's happening in America today. Everybody talks about all the artificial intelligence that's being created and how much that technology is advancing and how advanced that technology will be in about 10 years. Elon Musk says that in about 2028, that AI will be more complex and a lot smarter than any individual on Earth. Absolutely insane, guys. And then we talk about, the Bitcoin mining revolution and the cryptocurrency revolution. Nvidia has a hand in all of these different little technological revolutions that are happening in America today. They have a hand in Bitcoin mining, all the data centers that go into artificial intelligence, and it's absolutely insane how much the price of their stock has gone up in the last few years. Currently as of today, they're the third biggest company on Earth, guys. And really, I find this comparable to, the early 2000s and the .com, the Web 1.0 era of the internet, and how a lot of these companies that are kind of the powerhouses of today have grown. You think about in 2000, what happened with Amazon, how they've absolutely blown up to be one of the biggest companies on Earth. You think about Web 2.0 in the, mid 2000s with social media becoming a thing. How massive has Google became? How massive has Facebook became? And so really what you're seeing right before your eyes is this is the biggest pioneer of the Web 3.0 and the new industrial revolution with artificial intelligence and all this new computing and data center stuff that's going on out there in the technical world. So what I ultimately think, guys, this is just the first side of it. I think when it comes to artificial intelligence, a lot of people think that the economy is kind of up in air and then there is a little bit of a bubble developing right now with a lot of this artificial intelligence. While yes, I do have some agreements and I do agree a little bit that there is kind of somewhat of a bubble forming because there are a lot of smaller companies that are way overvalued for what they're actually doing. What's going to happen is if this bubble does burst, which in my opinion, I think it inevitably will, once we get through that bubble bursting, guys, Nvidia is going to be that company that's going to keep growing. Now, if you actually ask me how this is going to turn out, it would not surprise me. And yes, this isn't a huge, bold statement because they are the third biggest company on Earth as of today. If you look 10 years from now and Nvidia is the biggest company on planet Earth, that would not surprise me one bit. Really, really cool stuff. It's cool to see this new technological wave with artificial intelligence and how Nvidia is probably the biggest benefactor of it so far. In any kind of gold rush, you always hear the saying, a gold rush. If you're going to be the person to make money during a gold rush, be the person that sells pickaxes and not the person that actually looks for gold. So you talk about artificial intelligence, you talk about cryptocurrency and how popular that's become. Really, Nvidia is selling a lot of those graphic processing units, a lot of the chips, a lot of the things that are considered the pickaxes for this movement. So with that being said, guys, super short episode today, just to talk about some of my thoughts about where these things are heading. And as always, guys, as you listen to the show, please subscribe to us. You can check us out on any of the different platforms, whether it be Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can check us out also on our website, www.perkinsgroup.llc, or of course on our Instagram page at the Perkins Group LLC. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in today, and we will talk to you in episode 5. Hey guys, if you're still listening up to this point, you guessed it. That's the end of the episode. If you have any questions, comments, future podcast recommendations, or even just want to leave a message, please check us out on Instagram at the Perkins Group LLC or on our website, www.perkinsgroup.llc. As always, we appreciate your support and please subscribe to the show on whichever platform you get your podcast from.